Hi, my name is Travis from Sauna Supply Company. Today, I'm going to be running a quick video showing you how to properly stack your rocks into your brand new Finnleo Designer wall-mounted heater. This also works for any other heater brand that's wall-mounted, or if you're stacking new rocks into your older heater. Two things can happen when you don't properly stack your rocks. One, your heater prematurely trips its high limit sensor, which just regulates the heater. So if you don't properly stack your rocks, it can trip that high limit prematurely, shutting your heater off before you're ready. Second thing that could happen is your room doesn't get up to temperature. Rocks are stacked too tightly, elements can't do their work, doesn't get up to temperature. Here's how to properly stack your rocks so that you don't have either of those problems. Each heater is going to come with a 50-pound box of rocks. This should be plenty enough for this wall-mounted heater or any other brand heater for that matter as well. Alrighty, inside of our 50-pound box of rocks, we're going to have multiple different sizes. We're going to have some bigger ones, maybe some flat ones. We're also going to have some smaller ones. The smaller ones we are going to put on the outside edge of the heater. We're going to be trying to create as much rock mass in between the front element and the front side of the heater because there's that high limit sensor here. So we're going to build up some more rock mass there, and we're going to build some more rock mass on this section as well. With our bigger rocks, when we have the small ones and the bigger ones we're going to put more in between the two runs of elements. The idea is you don't want to stack your rocks to where the heater's elements start touching each other. You want to still create enough airflow throughout the heater so that it properly pumps out enough heat for your sauna. So therefore, we're going to start with the small rocks. I'm going to grab my 50-pound box of rocks. I'm going to grab a bunch of the smaller ones and just start with the small ones. You don't want to jam them in there. You don't want to drop them in there. The idea also is to create a little bit of a volcano effect throughout the middle of it, allowing the heat to get through your inlet vent, through the heater, to help along with that efficiency of the heater itself. This isn't rocket science. That being said, do take your time. It's easier to do it right the first time than having to take all your rocks back out and putting it back in a second time. Like I mentioned before, you don't want your elements to lean in and start touching each other. You want them to be evenly spaced out throughout the rocks. So if you're getting to this point, you can start putting in your bigger rocks. Here's some of your bigger rocks compared to your smaller rocks. Start putting in some of your bigger rocks into the middle with plenty of airflow. So I like to take some of my bigger ones and put them up on end. That'll help create more gaps in between, and then you can use a little bit smaller one, create more of a tabletop throughout your designer. You should never have to absolutely jam them in there. It's not going to fit. It's not going to fit. Find a different spot for that rock. The idea once you get to the end here is you want to have enough rocks so you start to cover some of the tips of the elements. Alrighty, now that we got the rocks stacked into the heater, the last step is putting the rock grate back onto the heater. Simply held on by 2 screws right here in the back. If you have any spare rocks, set those aside for a later date in the event you have any settling inside your heater. You might have to replace your rocks every few years depending on how much you're using the heater. One last thing, don't stack your rocks into the heater until the electrician is done wiring up the heater. Reason being is it's a lot easier for the electrician to get into the heater without 50 pounds of rocks inside of there. Of course, Finnleo Heater comes with a 5-year warranty. If you have any questions, any heater, sauna questions, feel free to give us a call here at Sauna Supply Company.